Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome. I'm Rebecca, and this is Body Illumination with me, Rebecca. Today, our practice is about moving energy. We're going to do lots of hips and shoulders, and we're going to get into the gallbladder too. So we're going to get that energy, that energy that's a little stuck and stagnant moving through the body. So let's get started. I'm using 3 blocks, and you are welcome to modify with something else or not use any props at all. I am going to move a little bit. I wouldn't say it's a yang movement, just a little bit of movement as we move in and out of the poses. So let's start over here in child's pose. So this is a yin practice. If you are new to yin, then when we go into the yin poses, I'm going to ask you to really soften and let go, which is such a great tool for life that we can just let go of everything, okay? So come into a child's pose. Just take a moment to arrive here. And while you're in your child's, just gently move your hips from side to side. Connect the breath. Feel the breath moving through the body. Notice if there's any restrictions anywhere or any emotions surfacing. And one thing I want to share with you today is as those emotions surface, try not to give them any meaning, okay? Sometimes we try to attach a meaning to something that just didn't flush its way out of our body, okay? Let's stay here for a moment, drop your head down and soften. Maybe set an intention for your practice if that feels appropriate today. Maybe think about what you want to cultivate in your life. Let's come on up onto our hands and knees and let's do some cats and cow. So round through the spine and connect to the breath, exhale. And then you're gonna tuck the toes under and inhale, wag your tail from side to side. And feel your body moving, and just like your body's moving, remember that you can move your emotions, you can move your thoughts. You can change things in your world and in your life. Come back and arch, open your heart up, wag your hips from side to side. Sometimes we make it a little more complex than it needs to be. Again, round through the spine. Feel the shoulders moving down your back body. Maybe add a little wiggle here. And one more time, come into your happy cow. And again, maybe wag your tail from side to side in your cow. And then from here, take your left shoulder over towards your left hip and just gaze over towards that hip for a moment. And then change sides. Take the right shoulder towards the right hip. Okay, then from here, let's press back into downward facing. Lift the hips up and back. Bend one knee and the other. Pull the navel in towards your spine. Then from the downward facing dog, we're going to step the right foot forward, moving into Scandasana. Just pausing in Scandasana for a moment. We're going to traverse over to the left side of the mat. Getting into the hips, see how they're feeling, and back over to the right side of the mat. Then we're going to pivot over into the right leg and heel toe that foot across the mat. Now, we're not going to go into the earth just yet. Take your hands down, push into the earth and lift your heart up. And just let the energy move. You don't have to push, you don't have to do anything here. Just tune into the energy. Let it start to maybe even trickle through the body, or it might pour. Whatever it wants to do, just let it start to move. Okay, friends, I invite you to start to move forward, but we're going to take the left arm and move it across, and you could take it on top of a block like this if you'd like. And I'm going to take my chest down and my right hand reaches forward, which is a nice, delicious stretch for that left shoulder. You're welcome to use pillows here. That might be a little bit more comfortable for you today. And then find your edge and just see if you can maybe let go of something. Slowly come on up, push into the earth. Now friends, we're going to keep the left leg behind us, and you're going to heel toe it over towards the right side of the mat. Both hands come down, and you're going to step the right leg back. So your legs are in a downward dog, and the right foot is in front of the left. Feels pretty delicious right now, okay? You can feel that right hip and the right side body. And just take a moment here, push your weight forward, push your weight back, transferring the weight forward and back from the balls of your feet into your heels. And then sink into that downward facing. Push your heels out, opening through the backs of your legs into the hips. Then go ahead and bend your legs. You can pivot towards the long side of your mat, and our knees are stacked right on top of left. Okay, pause here for a moment, sit up tall. Okay, now simply side bend towards your left, okay? So you can come over to your left side like this, or to get more of an opening through the side body, sit on a block and then side bend, okay? So that might give you a deeper opening through the right side. It's totally optional. You can add a little pressure into that right hip. You might feel it a little bit more on the left side if you do this. You might want to stay here. So play with it. Sit on the prop, or maybe not. Now, if you want to take that right arm behind you, coming into a half bind, and start to open up. Just let go, let go, let go. You want so badly to hold on. Ask yourself if maybe you can let go. Okay, gently push into the earth. Lift your head up. Pause here for a moment. Look from side to side. Flubber those lips. Then take your hands right into your head. You're going to take your fingertips and we're going to massage. I want you to imagine a rainbow right on top, maybe like an inch above your ears. Okay, right in there, and just go and massage in there into that region. You can feel all those little pressure points. Some might be a little more sensitive than the other. That's okay. You're gonna find one or two that's really sensitive. I did. And I want you to really apply some pressure there. So we're getting right above the ears, right in here. Right here is very tender for me. On that index finger point right there, but you play with it, see what you feel, okay? And breathe into it. Just stay here for a little bit, okay? And those jaggedy lines in the meridian, just keep moving, investigate, explore. And while you're there, with the intensity of your fingers pushing in, almost like they're magnetized, the fingers, you can reach them towards each other on the sides of your skull, right above the ear. I want you to see if you can, again, soften. Then just gently release. Shake out those hands. Okay, let's move over towards the left side of the mat. So turn into the right leg. Now we're in our dragon on the right side. We're going to stay here just for a moment. We're in a dragon on the right side. Take your block if you have it and place it right above the knee, okay? Not on the knee joint, but right above it. And then lift your heart up. Push into the ball of your foot, gently moving forward and back. Feel the hip flexor all the way up into the solar plexus. And just soften here. Lift your heart up. And now we're going to turn the dragon towards the right leg. And stay here for a moment. Lift the heart. Now gently just bend that left leg. Lift the heart up. Continue to soften. You can grab it if you want to. It's up to you. If you want to, go ahead and grab that foot. And if not, just keep it bent, okay? See if the collarbones can open just a little bit more. Spread them wide and soften into it. Okay, let's release that left leg. Take both hands down into the earth. We're going to move the left prop away, step back into downward facing. And when you come all the way back, just pedal, bending one knee and the other. Lift the hips up and back. Spread the palms wide. And then just hang out in your dog for a moment with some internal rotation. Rocking into the right foot and into the left foot. And then move into external rotation. And do the same thing, gently move your hips from side to side. Now look forward, take the left leg forward. Once again, we're just gonna move around the mat. So you're in your dragon, pause here for a moment, lift the heart up. Connect to the breath and the body, and then move over to the left just for a little bit. And gently take your weight over to the right. Back over to the left. Moving to the left side of your mat. Heel toe your left foot across the mat. Coming into your swan, push into the earth and lift the heart. So In this swan, while we're up, it's almost like seal, right? We have the hands reaching into the earth, lifting your heart. You can play with morphing into your own variation. And you can feel those clouds in the body start to move away with each breath. You can feel your sunshine start to really shine through. Okay, let's move forward. Take that block in front of you if you'd like. And this time we're going to take the right arm across and reach the left hand forward. Okay, push into the earth, lift that arm up. Let's take the hands down, tuck the toes of the back foot, heel toe it over to the left side of your mat, and then take the left leg back and crisscross your legs in your dog. One side might be a little more intense than the other. Then gently drop to your knees and turn to the long side of your mat. Okay. Once we get here again, just take a moment, sit down, feel yourself rooted down, feel the hips. And then let's come on up and have a seat. Okay, we're gonna side bend, opening through the left side body. Side bend over to the right. And then see if you can just open up and twist. Twist and bend. Getting into the gallbladder, the kidney. Again, maybe taking that arm and reaching it behind you if you'd like. Noticing if those edges are starting to melt. Okay, gently push down, lift yourself up, support your head, come on up, look from side to side. Let's come off of the prop, move back towards the left, extend the right leg out, coming into your dragon. Okay, let's play with those variations. So maybe take the block back right above the knee. Pause here and see how that feels. And let's begin to open this up. Twist over to the left. Lift your heart up. Go ahead and bend that back leg. And as soon as you do that, you should feel your hips begin to speak to you. Just a little bit more. Again, you're welcome to reach back and grab onto that foot. let's gently release. Tuck the toes, remove your prop, and then take your hands down into the earth. Step back again, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Roll onto the balls of your feet and drop on down onto your knees. Okay, now from here, we're gonna move into toes pose. So tuck your toes under. A lot of us, this is really intense. So go ahead and grab a block and place it underneath your knees to modify it. So you can take the block here. You know, there's no need to suffer if it's too intense. But if you want to get a little more sensation, then drop your knees down, okay? Once you're here, you're going to take your hands right at the nape of your neck, at your hairline. Interlace your hands with your less dominant finger in front, and then gently move towards the left. So forward flexion over to the left, then come back towards center and line with the center of your chest, and then move over to the right. Push your head gently into the back of your hands, decompressing through the cervical spine. Come back towards center. Go ahead and release that and take your hands down and your hips up. We're gonna hang in a nice ragdoll here. Let your head go. Connect to the breath. Now I'm moving back towards the long side of my mat, okay? I'm gonna cross the right leg behind the left leg. And I'm going to bend my knees and then start to straighten them. My feet are wide, bend, have a seat, and then lift up, and then this time hold it. Transfer the weight right into that back right hip. My left knee is subtly bent so I can get that opening through the right side body. Now listen, while you're here, walk your hands over towards the left. So we're getting, again, a nice opening through the side of the body. If this is too intense, you're welcome to take your hands on props, okay? Play with that. If you come onto your fingertips or your pillow. And we're finding stillness in the pose, but there's very, very subtle movements. Okay, come back towards center. And let's hang over the legs again. Transfer the weight from side to side. Soften here. Okay, let's go on to the left. So you're going to take your left leg behind the right. Again, we're going to play with this. So you're taking your feet, just start to straighten that left leg, bend the right knee. Wiggle your weight back into that left hip as you straighten the left leg. Then go ahead and bend, have a seat, so your knee is crossed over it, just like we're stacking one knee on top of the other, and then come back up. So this time your feet are a little bit wider. You can take the toes in towards each other, but you're actually externally rotating your legs. And then walk your hands towards the right. This is really subtle here. Feel that left hip. Okay, friends, let's release that. Turn all the way over to the left side of your mat. Come on down and have a squat. Oh, that felt good. And just feel your hips for a moment here. Maybe sit up on top of some blocks. Maybe take the mat and roll it up under your heels. Just come into your version of a squat that we can hang out just for a little bit. Lift your heart up. Then have a seat back, plop back. Take your fingertips to face towards your hips. Spread the palms nice and wide. Opening up through the heel of your hand, lift your heart up. And go ahead and crisscross your legs, coming back into that pose in ankle pose. So we're gonna use one block or two to lift the knees up. You should feel a nice ankle stretch here. And then take your hands back and lift your heart. Okay, I'm gonna take my second block here and see how that feels today. Okay, let's release that, release the hands. Have a seat. So let's bring the soles of the feet together. And if butterfly is uncomfortable, you're welcome to move into just a regular Sukhasana, sitting with your legs crisscross, okay? Take the arms out and flip that right palm up so the right shoulder moves down, and go ahead and take the left hand up. And then change sides. And let's change sides again. Roll the right shoulder. Open through the jaw this time. And change, almost like you're twisting a doorknob when you do this. Lifting and opening up through the scalenes. Change sides. And again. And release that. Roll the shoulders back, the right and the left. So if you have a pillow in front of you, you're welcome to use a pillow. I'm going to go down towards the earth. I'm going to take my right hand forward and then my left and come on down. Okay, friends, press into the earth. Come on up. Let's change sides. Let's take the right arm forward, left arm over, and again, come on down. Push into the earth, come on up. Okay, let's flip over, come onto your back side. We're gonna take our props, come onto your back, and then you're gonna take your blocks underneath your hips, okay? I'm coming up really high. It's unnecessary to come up that high. Then you're gonna take the right leg down and push it underneath the left leg. And pause here for a moment, okay? Grab onto that right foot with your left hand. Okay, friends, let's release that and change sides. Take your left leg, walk it over, and see if you can grab on with your right hand, and then take your left hand, maybe reach it over your head. One more time, just ask yourself, is there something you can let go of? Any residual tension, anything you're holding on to. And let's release that leg. Let's lift the hips up and lower them down. Take a moment. Windshield wipe them across the room. And then just start to straighten your legs out. Come onto your back. And take a moment to just do some gentle tapping along your ribs. And then move up right into your chest. Now let's move into the jaw. And go ahead and go above the eyebrows, all the way up onto the crown of your head. Maybe give it a little massage and gently release. Close your eyes and soften here. Wiggle those fingers and the toes, stretch open your jaw. And I invite you to move over towards your side. Press on up to sit. And while you collect yourself, just take a moment on the mat and bring your hands to your heart. Tune into your intention if you set it, and thank yourself for moving your energy, for being that alchemist. Om Shanti, 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 Namaste. Namaste, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for shining your light on the mat with me today. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. You're going to say Namaste.
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 Namaste, everyone.
If you enjoyed this practice, check out my 30 Days of Yin. There's a calendar, and you can download that today and begin that. There's also some more flows on hips if you're interested in that, and I'll put that playlist below as well. I hope you subscribe, and I will see you on the mat. Namaste.